All right, guys. So the next workout we're going to talk about is the dumbbell bench, the box jump, and the run. It is 4 rounds for time, and you also have an 18-minute cap on this one. So you're going to start, and you're going to do 15 box jump or step-ups for scaled, 30 dumbbell bench, double dumbbell bench, and then you're going to run 300-meter lap. All right, so you're going to be pre-staged. Athlete's going to be in your lane with your hand touching the wall. At the command of 3, 2, 1, go, you can move over to your box. You're cut through your lane, between your lane and the next lane, and then you're going to do either box jumps or step-ups facing the wall. Everyone's going to be facing the same direction. It's 15 reps for everybody. RX and Masters must do box jump. All men will do 24 inches. All women will do 20 inches. Scaled step-ups allowed. Scaled can choose to jump if they want to try to go faster. They're just allowed to do step-ups if they want. On both of the movements, we want to see both feet starting on the ground, and we want to see both feet on top of the box and stand to full extension. Knee and hip extension, showing control. You can't be like losing your balance and falling off the box. That wouldn't count. For the box jump, 2-footed takeoff, 2-footed landing. Don't mess it up. All right. Knees and hips fully extended, showing control for the box jump. You can either jump down or step down. It's up to you. And then on the step up, same thing. Do both feet at the top, show control for those. There will be a borderline around your bench and your box. It's your running lane. Everything must be done inside of that lane. There's going to be tape on the ground. So if you're one of those that likes to box jump, step down, step really far away, you can't do that. You'd end up stepping into the running lane. I don't want you getting run over or anything. So you're going to have to stay pretty close to your box. Finish those 15 reps. Then you're going to cut through. You can step over, step around, just cut through to your bench. On the bench, you have 2 dumbbells. They're going to be started behind the tape line. That's important. When you finish your 30 reps, you're going to have to return them behind the tape line. Same thing for safety. You can't drop them out in front where someone to trip over. So make sure they finish behind the tape line. When she goes to lay back on her bench, the dumbbells have to start at extension. However you get them there is up to you. If you kick them back and you start them there, you can go ahead and start. If you kick back and they're at your chest and you press out to lock out, that rep would not count because now you would be ready to start your reps. On the dumbbell bench, what you do with your feet is up to you. Just you can't hang them out over the tape line. We'll make you bring them back. And then the top head of the dumbbell has to touch part of your chest on both sides. And then at the top, full elbow extension. It doesn't have to be at the same time, just eventually full elbow extension at the top. For the part of the dumbbell that touches your chest, it has to be this outer portion of the top head of the dumbbell. It can't be this very top, so kind of show that. These would be no reps. That's a lot of tricep anyways, but these would be no reps. This outer portion has to be what touches your chest, and then full extension at the top. If you can't do all 30 in a row and you got to take breaks, you cannot drop them on the ground. You must guide them to the ground. You can rest here if you want. That's totally fine. You would rock back, do a few more reps. When you do finish and you set them down with control behind the tape line, you can then move on. If you drop them at all, regardless if the previous rep was a good rep, your judge is going to make you do another rep so that you then guide them to the ground with control, right? Can't have them rolling in other people's lanes and stuff like that. So she finished her 30th rep and they're behind the tape line. She's then going to start her run. You must run in the same direction as everybody else. So regardless of what lane you're in, you're going to immediately get off your bench and take a left. You're going to run around the tape, run outside. You get out to the road, you take a right. We're going to have judges along the way to make sure I'm pointing you in the right direction. There's a cone out there. You must run around the cone. There's also a judge to make sure you do it right. And then you'll run back in the way you can. When you come back in, you must stay along the wall and you'll run to your lane. You can cut through to go to your box for round number 2. And then go and do your round number 2. Get to 15 reps, box jumps, RX and Masters, step-ups allowed for scaled. Move over to the dumbbell bench. Start at extension. Outside of the top head touches the chest. Full extension, finish your 30th rep, show control back to the ground, behind the tape line, make sure you run to the left to go again. So she's finishing her 4th round. On the 4th run you come in to finish your time, touch your bench. Don't forget, it doesn't stop out there. You got to run all the way in back to the lane you started, touch your bench to stop your time.